I'm sure from the start of the relationship to when you woke up from, I want to say slumber, because where you weren't sleeping. You were just surviving, or you're just going through the motions without realizing that there was a roller coaster you're on. When is it going to end? It just goes up, it goes down, it goes sideways, and then when is it going to stop so we can get off? So when a narcissist knows that you now know, you've uncovered their secret, then when they realize that you now know. In this video, we are going to talk about when a narcissist knows that you know. I'm sure from the start of the relationship to when you woke up from, I want to say slumber, because where you weren't sleeping. You were just surviving, or you're just going through the motions without realizing that there was a roller coaster you're on. When is it going to end? It just goes up, it goes down, it goes sideways, and then when is it going to stop so we can get off? So yeah, if this is something that you are interested in, just stick around. I'll share with you my own experience, because I'm a domestic abuse survivor. I lived in a narcissistic abuse relationship for 18 years, and I survived it. That's why I am able to talk about it, because it is my mission to share my experience, and not only that, to inspire you that it is possible to live a narcissistic relationship, toxic relationship, domestic abuse, coercive control, and live again and thrive and rebuild. Because as far as we know, we only have one life, so make the most out of it. And in a toxic and narcissistic abuse relationship doesn't give you that, does it? No, it actually suppresses you from fulfilling any potential that you might have. So when the narcissist knows that you know that they are not what they act out to be. It's only an act. When you know that they are wearing a mask, they are pretending. If you've gone to like the tennis matches where people put someone's face and then you can't see what's behind the mask. So when they know that this mask has slipped a bit, you can sort of like see, oh, so what's behind the mask? When they know that you've had a glimpse of what's behind the mask, it's fun to watch, because they'll be threatened. The tactics that they've been using, the manipulation that they've been doing to you, it's not going to work anymore now. So they have to come up with bigger and better manipulation tactics. They might try to love bomb you, and then it doesn't work anymore, because now you can sort of like see that these are two different people. Why is it one day you are like love bombing, and the next day you are something totally different, and you end up making us think that we are losing our mind, or there's something wrong with us, when there's nothing wrong. It's actually you. I'm not talking about you, but I mean the narcissist, okay? So they'll deploy the smear campaign. They will make sure they gaslight you. If you're talking about anything, they'll be like, I never say that, or who said that, or the things that you talk about. When do you get to talk to people? The things that I hear that you've said, when do you, which, and then now you're like, what day? Yeah, and they might bring in a fictional person to triangulate you and say there's somebody somebody who knows you deeply. They knows your every behavior. And they told me all about you. Like they don't know anything about you. Like they've not taken a survey from the day you met, and every year going forward, they've always wanted to know more about you. But how much do you know about them? How much? Huh? Do you even know anything else about them? You only know about their well-up relatives. You only know about good things when they're happening. But nothing bad, no. Everyone is just succeeding. And everyone who is not succeeding in life, according to their own image, is not worth talking about. So when they realize that you now know, you now question them, why is it that you always talk about so and so? Everything they've done. Oh, they've gone on this holiday. They've gone to Dubai. Oh, they've bought this property. Oh, why is it of interest to you to talk about them? I mean, why do you have to tell me? I mean, let's talk about us. What are we planning to do? What do you want to do? Now they realize, those tricks ain't working anymore. I'm sure they must have worked before, because you hadn't woken up to this abuse. You hadn't woken up to the tactics, manipulation tactics. You hadn't woken up to who they are really. Because you know when somebody's acting and they're not getting paid for it, it's tiresome. It's tiring. You can't continue putting up a huge performance to an audience of one for 10 years, 15 years, and don't get paid for it. It's tiresome. It's tiring. It's draining. So now they realize, you now know that they've been acting. Who are they really? What they are, you don't even want to be associated with. You'll be like, no, this is a mistake. No, this is not the person I thought I was in a relationship with. On their part, they'll start smear campaigning. Oh, this person. Oh, like some of the things, if you hear about them, you'll be like, what? Is that a child talking about things like that? It's like a toddler fight. I don't know if it's even toddlers fight, honestly, but it's just like beyond belief. Like, is it an adult who's saying those things? Because you should know better, and there's some things that are not worth mentioning. I mean, opening your mouth to say. Right. Another thing is, once you realize that you know, they might just start silent treating. There's nothing else to talk about, because if they open their mouth, you'll be like, I've heard that before. I'm not interested. So they'll just go silently on you. And then you wonder, what is going on here? Okay. And another thing, as a grown-up, I mean, I'm 48, and my ex-partner was 3 years older than me. So this is my 3rd year of having left my domestic abuse relationship, and so they were in their 40s. They could go for a sleepover. I mean, mind you, I had a 16-year-old daughter. I had and an 8-year-old son, and they could go for a sleepover. Go to work, not come back home, go straight for a sleepover, and then come back the next day. You'll be like, who does that? A family man. I don't know. You tell me if that is okay. I mean, because I just couldn't wrap my head around that. And one time when it happened, I was poorly. Remember, when you're in a narcissistic abuse situation, your health suffers. So not only your mental health, your physical health, you just don't feel good within yourself. You don't know what it is. And to compound the health issues, menopause come in. Menopause has got its own challenges, and now you are compounding on top of already what's not working. And they decided spending time with their friend is way better, because then they can get the narcissistic supply. I didn't know at the time why they were doing that. I didn't understand what was going on. I mean, just like maybe you probably don't understand what. The other thing is there's a lot going on that you don't know, because remember, they're acting. So it's only we think we know, or maybe they have an inkling that we now know them, but we only know the bits that they've revealed to us. And another bit that probably will come to light is if they've got friends who are local. They might, one time, I'll give you an example. One time there was a friend who lived locally to us, and they had borrowed money, or they'd been given money. I don't know the circumstances, but all I know is they came to hand me £20 note as a thank you, like give this to my brother when he comes back. And I was like, I'm sure you saw the look on my face. I was like, so when I took the £20 note, I was like, where does he get money to give people when we've got needs in the house that are not met? I mean, I don't have a problem with charity, giving money to charity, but I'm sure you have to meet your own family needs first, before you can do that. So when I opened my mouth to say so and so had been, and the look on their face, they'd be like, so now I now know that bit about them. So this is like a fraction of what they were doing, because half the time they didn't have money. I mean, not even half the time. Let me say 3/4 of, was it? Oh no, let me say 9/10. I mean, that leaves just a 10th of the times that they probably had money. 9/10 of the time, no, that's what they would say. They'll probably even say, come and show you my bank account. You'll be like, you want to show me your bank account today, when we're talking about you not having money, but when I say how much have you gotten paid, you don't want me to know. Okay, the other thing is, if you have, because of that supply business that they are in, and you're not giving them, they will try by all means to provoke you so that you react. And then by you reacting, then they have a license to thrill. Because it's because of you. Had you not said this when I said that, you should have been polite to me. You are too sensitive, you're unreasonable, you're unpredictable. Oh my God, it just goes on and on and on and on and on. And then that is meant to make you cower. Be like, okay, now you don't even understand how did this even start. What is it that is going on? What are we talking about? And you try to peel back the layers and to go back to the root of whatever it is that brought about this now blown out of proportion conversation, and you find nothing. Honestly, I found zilch, nothing. I was like, the things that were being said and where it's, oh my God. Yeah, and then imagine that happening for 10 whole years. And then all of a sudden you realize, this person, they like to just provoke you, but for what? Why? I remember asking them, do you get paid to make people unsad? I didn't know what I was talking about, but you know, we are not alone. Like I've said in one of my videos, we think we are in charge, but I'm sure there's invisible helpers around us, and they'll say things to us, or we'll speak through them without realizing, and then they'll be shocked because they will not. A narcissist will not expect you to say things about them that they think they're hiding so well. Right, yeah, so when a narcissist knows that you know, it's game over. They're done. They're done, and now they can't control you. They can't control you because you now know who they are, not who they pretend to be. You now realize that every time there's an argument, every time there's a disagreement, they'll always bring the past. They always talk about what they did and what you haven't done, and if they've done something, why haven't you done this? If you ask about whatever that they haven't, like say you've got a family, and you just talk about, we need this doing. They'll ask you, what have you done yourself? And you're like, I mean, do you know what I mean? I mean, let me not say I don't know. But this is how these are the interactions with the narcissist. It just makes you not understand what is going on, because what you perceive as real, they want to make it out as if you're mad or you're losing your mind, or who says that? And you're like, what is going on here? Right, so congratulations again. If you find yourself in a position where you now know that the person you're with or your mother is a narcissist, and that they've been using manipulation tactics all along, they've been smear campaigning you, they've been gaslighting you all along, they've stonewalled you all along, and then when they're rocking you, you'll be like, I see. I mean, it becomes fun to watch their behavior or their response to you knowing that you now know who they are, really. When the future fake, I mean, the bit that cracks me the most is when the future faking. Now that it's no longer working on you, they want to do it on the kids, if you've got children. They want to do it on your relatives, if you've got relatives. They'll be like, oh, we're going to move and live in this beautiful house. Oh, when I retire, we're going to do a world tour. Oh, I like this. So oh my God. And then you ask yourself, okay, so when you retire, you want to dig deep into theology. So where are we going to be? I mean, where do we fit in? Now they know you know. Yeah, that's all I can say about this topic, because we could go on and on and on and on. But I would love to know your version of this. I mean, when a narcissist in your life realizes that you know who they are, really, not who they pretend to be, how their reaction has been like. yeah. If you're new here, please like and subscribe and share with anybody that you care about that wants to learn more about narcissism, and then the person that just wants to hear from somebody who's gone through it and survived it and is rebuilding their life. And yeah, thank you for watching. Bye bye.